Hello and happy Saturday, everyone. Welcome to this week's live stream. I am very sorry I mistimed that. So if you had to watch my gormless face sort of looking a bit like I was a bit of a lost puppy at the start, sorry, I mistimed the start of this. But yeah, welcome everybody. So, if you're new here, I always like to start this off by saying welcome. We do these live streams every Saturday, every other Saturday, sorry, every 2 weeks, at 6 p.m. UK time, which is 7 p.m. European time, 10 a.m. West Coast time, 1 p.m. East Coast time, and 5 a.m. in most of Australia and New Zealand. And if you're watching from Australia or New Zealand, you get an extra big hello because honestly, that takes a lot of dedication to be up that early in the morning. So yeah, welcome everybody. On this live stream, you can ask any question you want, skincare related, non-skincare related. Drop it in the comment section. I go through all the comments in the order that they come in. I just think that's the fairest way of making sure everyone gets their comment or gets a chance to ask their comment and have their comment answered. So yeah, you don't need to ask it twice. Just drop your comment and I will get onto it straight away. I want to say a big thank you before we get into things to Tom, who, as always, is moderating on these live streams. And I say it every other week, but I couldn't do this without him. And I mean that. So a big thank you to Tom for just being the sheriff in town. So, how is everyone? How's everyone's week going? How's everyone been? Do we have any news? Any skincare news? Anything going on? For me, in the past 2 weeks, it's been busy. It's been cold. I'm full of cold now. You can see this husky voice thing that I'm trying to channel. Yeah, that's definitely a cold coming on, but we're gonna battle through. And even though I feel like the cold is taking over, there is nowhere I would rather be than with you guys. It's already making me feel better. So I've got my cup of tea. We're going to plow on through. So yeah, let me know what you're doing, what you're drinking, what you guys are up to. So, shall we kick off by delving straight into some questions and some hellos and all of that good stuff? I should probably start by saying, those of you that were looking for an update, because I know there's going to be a question, and I'm very happy there is always a question, because it makes me very happy, about the Melasma Skin Peptide serum. It's currently somewhere in and around Dover, Calais kind of way. It's Europe. It's in Europe, which is a very good sign. So we're hopeful that the Madame Skin peptide serum will be launching this week. Watch this space. Watch this space, and I honestly can't wait to share. Obviously, there'll be a video that goes along with it. I'm going to do a special live stream on the day of the launch in case anyone has any questions. So yeah, we just wanted to share that update with you. I want to say because it's Valentine's Day this week, a big happy Valentine's Day to each and every one of you. I am doing absolutely nothing for Valentine's Day. That's fine. Obviously, I'll be wading through, the piles of mail and bouquets of flowers that'll be arriving. Yeah, right. But once I finally made it to the door from all of this mail, then I can get with my day. No, I'm doing nothing for Valentine's Day. But if you guys are, let me know what you're doing. We do have a Valentine's Day sale on at the moment, though. Show your skin some love. It's all about that. And I've extended it today, especially for you guys. So, for the Madame Skin products, which we're talking about the ones that are in stock, because a lot of it's out of stock, ready for the relaunch, the rebrand relaunch that's happening in like a month's time now, which is terrifying and exciting at the same time. We've extended it to also include the cleanser and the moisturizer. So if you buy 2 of the same product, it has to be the same product. So if you buy 2 of a product, you'll automatically save 20%. If you buy 3 of a product, you'll automatically save 30%. And if you buy 4 of a product, you'll automatically save 40%. Like literally, this sunscreen, if you buy 4 units or more, is about £10 a sunscreen. You can't actually go into Boots and get cheaper quality sunscreen than that. I'm very proud of that. We want to make sure that we can give to you guys, get things prepped and ready for the rebrand, the relaunch, which I'm very, very excited about. So if you want to try any of the products, all you need to do is put 2 of the same product in your basket, or 3, or 4, or 5, or whatever, and you'll get the discount automatically applied at checkout. And it works the same. So if you buy like 2 oil, 4 sunscreen, you'll get 20% off the oils, you get 40% off the sunscreens. You can mix with that if that makes sense. The website is www.madaboutskincare.com, which I know Tom is dropping in the comments. www.madaboutskincare.com. So there you go. Right, let's crack on with getting through some hellos and some comments. So we've got Bao. Welcome. Thank you so much for joining us. Can I use copper peptides in the mornings if you use salicylic acid exfoliant? Yes, you can. I personally use copper peptides with exfoliants. I would just put the exfoliant on first, let it sink in, let it do its thing. Most exfoliants self-neutralize anyway. Let them do their thing, and then you go on with the rest of your routine. So yeah, and salicylic acid isn't pH sensitive, so salicylic acid probably is the exfoliator that works best with copper peptides anyway. So you'll be absolutely fine. It says I can't wait to try your retinol oil on my nights off from tretinoin. I've been so tolerant of tretinoin, but the oil sounds like a lovely product. Thank you so much. And honestly, I successfully introduced tretinoin back into my skincare routine for the first time in ages. First time I've ever done it successfully, and I do 3 nights a week with tretinoin, and those off nights I use the Mad About Skin retinol oil, which works well. My neck can never tolerate tretinoin, so I use this on my neck every night because the neck needs some anti-aging love too. Danny, great to see you, my love. Hope all is amazing with you. Chris Jones, welcome. First live and looking forward to it. Well, thank you. We're welcoming you here. Wonderful to have you. And yeah, welcome to the live stream crew. Every other week, we're here. So hopefully this might be your first, but hopefully it won't be your last. Christina, great to see you, my love. Jay says, using hydroquinone for 1 week. Is it safe to use? What's the procedure for hydroquinone? Does it help melasma? Great question. So hydroquinone is clinically proven to be the best treatment for melasma. It's like the gold standard treatment for melasma, but normally it's prescription only. And the reason for that is it has to be carefully monitored. You could get a lot of side effects with it. You can also get a lot of rebound hyperpigmentation. So I've actually used hydroquinone in the past to help with my face, some acne scarring and hyperpigmentation linked to that. Worked wonders, but I had to be really careful tapering it off to make sure I didn't get any rebound hyperpigmentation. You can only use it for a certain period of time before you need to take a break. So I would say, Jay, yes, it's safe if it's used correctly, and that should be determined by the prescriber. So I would say, yeah, make sure it's prescribed, make sure that you spoke to them about any concerns you've got, and you know exactly how you're going to work it out. But yeah, safe to use if used correctly. BB, great to see you, my love. Hope all is amazing with you. Charlotte from Cumbria says, Cumbria's had a lot of snow this week. It's in the north of the UK, so sending lots of warmth your way, Charlotte. It's not been snowy down here in Southampton, but I know it's been very snowy up there with you. It says, hi, recently, after months of using with no problem, my Q&A azelaic acid serum has started irritating my skin when I put it on. It starts stinging a bit. What do you think I should do? Well, you've got a couple of things. It might just be something else that you've changed in your routine that then makes the skin more sensitive. So a product that you previously could tolerate, you no longer can. That's normal. Like, our skin sometimes freaks out if we do something different. It's nothing to worry about. It's just one of those things that can happen. So what I would probably, say to you is just be a little bit mindful of what else you've introduced. Could it be one of the other ingredients, serums? Could you stop using that? If it's not, pop it in the fridge. If you apply azelaic acid cold onto the skin, it kind of delays the absorption a little bit. You'll find it's just easier to tolerate. My top tip. Jay said, please suggest an ingredient that will 100% work for mouth area hyperpigmentation. Well, I hate to break it to you, nothing is guaranteed in skincare, like in life. Nothing's guaranteed. What will work well for one person might not work well for another. So I would say if you've got mouth area hyperpigmentation, I found that alpha arbutin works really well. Just add it into your existing skincare routine. You don't need to do anything different. Just add it into your existing routine and just put it around the area twice a day, and that will help. I don't know to what extent it will help on your individual skin, but it will definitely help. It's worked for me in the past. Can't guarantee, because like I said, no guarantees in life, but hopefully. Hopefully it'll work. Let's see. Hells, great to see you, my love. Says dinner done, bath done, kettle on. The girl's ready. The girl was born ready. Hells, you were born ready. And I'm feeling a little jealous. It's so cold here in the UK, and because I've got this cold, I could do with a bit of warmth. So I might need to come over to Cyprus and visit you. And yeah, I might need that little warmth. Jay said, I didn't consult a dermatologist. Mainly bought it for my mom's melasma, and then used it too. Want to know how long to use it and everything. The problem is, Jay, genuinely, because it is such a difficult ingredient to incorporate, I would recommend, even if you're using it, you can still consult a dermatologist. You can do online consultations, you could do online assessments. It's always going to be better coming from a licensed professional that knows that ingredient and knows your skin, and then can give you the best. I would say that hydroquinone is kind of one of those ingredients that you can't muck around with. I mean, I won't muck around with any skincare, but it's not very forgiving. You know what I mean? So I think it's best, even if you're using it, and it's never too late to consult that. That's what I would recommend. Amy, great to see you, my love. Hope all is amazing with you. Heather said, good morning, all. I can't stay today, but I can't wait to watch. Well, Heather, we love you. And for anyone that is watching on replay, sending an extra love. I know that most content creators, and I don't know why, most content creators don't leave their live streams up on replay. The live streams live and then it disappears, and I think that's a real shame, because I think I would like to watch a lot of these. If I'm too busy in the moment, I'd like to watch a lot of content creators kind of do their live stream, but after the event maybe. So with us, you will always have the live streams. They're always recorded and they're always there for whenever it suits you to watch them. So send lots of love if, like Heather, you're watching on replay. Amy says, yes, I beat Rob here. Let's talk about him before he gets here. Amy, how dare you? How dare you? Scott, great to see you, my love. Says, good morning, Mad About Skin family. I hope all is well. It has to be a live stream time. It's live stream to Scott, and I'm wonderful. We're battling the cold, but we're doing it with style and finesse, I like to think. It's funny, when you guys abbreviate, just as like a bit of a teaser, it's a bit of a spoiler. When you guys abbreviate Mad About Skin to MAS, everyone kind of does that now. And I've never been like 100% sold on the name, because it's what I started with the channel, and you can't change it because of YouTube, and obviously the skincare line had to follow that vibe. So I was never 100% sold on it, but you can't change it. So when we did the rebrand, we've decided to go really just to lean into the initials, which everyone calls it anyway. Capital M-A-S. Done. And that's really what we've lent into with the rebrand. So it always makes me laugh when you guys abbreviate to that, because I'm like, it kind of does that. It kind of makes sense then that the rebrand is going to have that theme, which, you know, I personally love. I obviously can't spoil it for you till the rebrand happens, but when you see it all stylized and things, you're like, yes, it just works. So yeah. So that made me very happy, Scott. And I hope all is amazing with you. Send lots of love to California. Rita, great to see you, my love. Hope all is wonderful with you, and happy Saturday. Hell says, Tom, has the snow finished in Canada? Canada, according to Tom, has been reasonably warm recently, certainly his bit, which I'm, again, a little bit jealous of. Amy says, Rob and Tom, will you be my Valentine? Amy, you don't even need to ask. Of course. I will. Yes, I would gladly be your Valentine, and always have a fabulous time. I don't know where we go on our date. Like, I don't know where. Like, there's this gorgeous. If you were coming to me, there's this gorgeous place in Southampton that does this beautiful, like, meze Turkish, meze Lebanese kind of fusion, amazing food, and their baklava is like the best dessert I've ever had in my entire life. So I'll probably take you there, Amy. If you're up for it, come on over. You bring the boxed wine, I'll pay for the gorgeous meal, and we're done. Because it's one of those places where you can bring your own wine, which is great, because I think then you can drink what you want. So yeah, deal, Amy. You bring the boxed wine, I'll pay for the meal, done. Valentine's Day is sorted. BB says, recent Rob will be late today. Tech issues, making tea, or distracted playing with the pup. It's kind of a little of everything. We didn't have tech issues, to be fair. I was busy making a cup of tea. I did just wake up from a nap, and I did have to take Lorne out to do his business and have a little run around. So it's a mixture of all the above. You guys know me too well. Stephanie, great to see you. Sweet tea, all is amazing with you. I've just lost where I'm in the chat. It's quite early to be doing that, but somewhere on a roll. Krista says, hi everyone, should we organise a Mardi Gras party for the Mad Skin people? Also, has everyone looked at the number of subscribers lately? I can't believe it. Thank you. First of all, I can't believe it. I have no idea where. I mean, I'm very grateful, but I have no idea where everyone came from. I'm incredibly grateful that they did. But yeah, every time I see like the subscriber numbers, I kind of have to pinch myself. It doesn't seem real. Yeah, it's absolute madness in the best possible way. We'll say though, when we talk about like filming content on the channel, as a content creator, you kind of go up and down with inspiration. That's normal. I think people overstress it. There's always, in any like job or creative field or anything, there's days you're more inspired than others. Like, you know, or you have some great ideas. Like, I was sat on a plane going on holiday, and I had like 8 million different ideas that I was jotting down. I was like, oh, this is the time I could really be at home filming this. But you can bet when you're at home, you don't have any ideas. So there's times like this. But I'm in a real, like, I'm really enjoying filming the long form content at the moment. Obviously, I love the YouTube shorts. I think they're really fun. But I love filming the long form videos. And I've got so many great ideas coming up that I'm really excited about. Including, who's excited for the new, I'm going to say new product launch from The Ordinary. It's happening on the 13th, and I can't tell you what it is. It's embargoed until the 13th, and I honestly, just out of respect, as a brand owner to another brand, albeit on an entirely different scale, I would respect their embargoes, so I can't say anything. But feel free to have a guess if you want. I will say, having used it only for the past 4 days, I'm relatively impressed. And when I say what it is on the 13th, there'll be a video. When I say what it is, I think you guys will be surprised that I've come to that conclusion. That's all I can say. So have a guess, see what you think. And thank you, Krista, for all your love and support. And I'm open for a MAS Mardi Gras. That sounds great. Let's see. Scott says, Rob, what's your take on the Red shot serum? I don't. Are you planning on giving it a go? My instincts are telling me it might be too irritating for me, but who knows? So this is the one that kind of has. It's a bit gimmicky, but it's also science backed. So if the two, yeah, this is the one I think that has the injectables in it, kind of. Anyway, it looks ridiculously bizarre. Anyway, I've ordered it. Scott, you know me too well. I ordered it, and I always do this. So, generally speaking, you know when people, content creators say like, oh, I got this in PR and I got this in PR, and they do an unboxing and everything comes in PR. I'm too impatient, and I can't count the number of times that in the last year that I've seen something, wanted it, ordered it. Well, obviously with my hard-earned coin, bought it to try it out for you guys, and then literally within the same week, the brand reached out and were like, would you be interested in receiving this? I'm like, well, you're kind of too late, I've already bought it. So that happened with that. So they reached out and were like, do you want to try it? I was like, I mean, I'm going to say yes, because if I really like it, then we could kind of do a giveaway or something with it. But I've already bought it, but thanks. And the same thing happened with the Face Theory, their new ceramide product, which by the way is amazing. I'm going to do a review of that. But the same thing happened, bought it, and then they reached out 2 days later. I was like, sure. So yeah, I have that one on order, Scott. I really can't wait to try it. Robin, great to see you, my love. Hope all is amazing with you and you're having a great Saturday. Hell says, oh wow, almost 500,000 subs. I don't know, I don't know. She says before Rob's 40th. We're not reminding me of that, Hells. Nobody is mentioning that. I'm going backwards. I'm 28. Anyone asks, I'm 28. I'm delusional. But no, I honestly, I can't believe we're in the 500,000 mark. It's baffling. Absolutely baffling. In the best possible way, and I'm actually having a lot of fun at the moment over on TikTok and Instagram. I've kind of wanted to find the time to do more over on TikTok and do more over on Instagram, and then kind of really up the ante in the effort with the long form content, and then that's kind of been my New Year's resolution, and I've been doing it. I've been over on Instagram a lot, on TikTok, here on YouTube. I'm thoroughly enjoying every minute of it. So if you actually want to, if you're on any of those platforms, I have no idea what my TikTok handle is. Tom, any chance you could find it and link it? I don't know what it is. I do know the Instagram one is Skin Mad. So if you want to find me on Instagram, Skin Mad, I would love to have you join there. What I'm doing is posting unique content on each platform. So instead of, I know what some content creators do, they just like put the same like shots over 3 different platforms, which is fine. I'm no shade in that, but I'm trying to do unique content for each one to kind of make it a little bit different. So if you haven't joined us over on any of those other platforms, I would love to have you there. So join us on TikTok, over on Instagram, obviously here on YouTube. I'm not going to lie to you guys, my heart is with the long form content on YouTube. I'm already excited about tomorrow's video, which is one that I worked quite hard on and very, very excited for. So yeah, but join us on all of the different platforms. Right, I'm just going to test the internet, make sure we are doing. Yes, it seems like the internet's holding up. We're good. Let's see. Where we are. Adri, great to see you, my love. Hope all is amazing with you. Sweet tea says, so when I first got here to remember telling about my name, we have so many Christinas. We have a lot of people with the same name. We have a lot of Amy's. We have a lot of Christinas and Kristas. We kind of have, we have a couple of crossovers. We have a fair few Johns, which is all fabulous. We love them all. And they're all, the good news is I know everyone individually because we've been around so long. So it's kind of, even though we have a number of Amy's, all iconic in their own way. Scott says Rob's running on diva time today. Oh my gosh, I'm not even caught up to where the live stream started with these comments. Makeup boy, great to see you. Where have you been? We have missed you. Where have you been? Sending lots and lots of love to Finland and hope all is amazing with you. Laura, great to see you. Love to Texas. Rodriguez, great to see you, my love. Sending love to Uruguay. Evelyn to Venezuela. We have an international contingent. This is why I love this so much. We have a good international contingent. And I just ordered a batch full of products from Indian companies. We have quite a few viewers in India. We also have quite a few Indian brands that are now stocked internationally rather than just India and use kind of interesting ingredients that you don't see a lot of in Western brands. So I ordered some of the brands that we can now get here in the West from there. And I'm looking forward to trying that out because I think international, we should kind of celebrate the best of wherever it's from. So Makeup Voice is just watching UMK Song Contest where the Finns select our Eurovision contestant. Very, very exciting. I'm a huge Eurovision fan, We've selected our song and our entrant, who's already somehow, I don't know how, I wasn't following the news, already managed to get himself into some controversy around something he said, I don't know. And they released the song, and the song is, it's not good. It's not good. I mean, I wish him luck. Obviously, I'll be cheering on the UK, hooray, no, it's not good. Also, one of those songs that sounds quite heavily auto-tuned, and I'm like, we've done this before, where we choose a banger of a song that's very auto-tuned, and then we have to sing it live on Eurovision, you're like, oh, that's not good, which was the problem with last year's song. Sounded great on the radio. Live, you're like, ooh, that's not good. So hopefully our song might actually perform. It's from the chap that was in Years and Years, the band. He seems like a really nice chap. I saw him hula hoop to a Kylie song once. So I was like, oh, you seem like fun. I'm just not sure that the song is. We'll see. Namidi, hope I pronounced that right. Hope all is amazing with you. Britt, great to see you. Says, yay, I never catch live streams. We are glad to have you here, Britt. Very, very glad to have you here, my love. Tino says, our copper peptide's kind of off the table with full-on vitamin C and PM Tret. No, you could use it with vitamin C. That's fine. Tret is probably the one thing that's a bit no with copper peptides, unless they're encapsulated. So you can absolutely use vitamin C with all copper peptides. It's fine. Tret, it's a little bit difficult unless they're encapsulated. Now, if only there was a brand out there that was coming out with a ridiculously affordable, high concentration copper peptide serum in the next week. If only. Watch this space. Also, you don't have to buy. Joking, you don't have to buy mine. Naturium also do a really good encapsulated copper peptide serum, so you don't just have to buy mine. There are other ones out there, but I do pride myself on creating a product for the peptide serum. I can't wait to share with you. It's got 3% copper peptides, which is the joint highest. There is one other brand that formulates with 3%. To be fair, that's the highest you can go without increasing the risk of irritation. You don't really want to go higher than 3% because you might risk extra irritation, and nobody wants that. But we also minimize the risk of any irritation and conflict by encapsulating them. So you put them on, they can go with the rest of your skincare, and they kind of just gently release themselves and give you all that great copper peptide benefit. Obviously, it's got azuraline in there. Obviously, you've got Matrixyl in there. So if you're doing the Botox in the bottle duo that I always fangirl about, you don't need to because it's already there in one serum. Or ready to go with some copper peptides. You've also got some other great other great peptides specifically for collagen boosting, and a couple that are there for hydration. It's all in a beautifully hydrating base, which Tom tested it out and said that it felt the same, kind of the same as the Sub-Q Skin by Hylamide, which is really what I was aiming for. That beautiful, lightweight amazingness. So if you, so if just saying, might be excited to share that with you this week. Violetta says, hey, best really hydrating, life-changing face serum. Alice Skin Murad Barrier Repair. Okay, the best life-changing, hydrating, barrier repairing ever is the Allies of Skin in the powder blue, in the baby blue tube, which is called Barrier Support, Omega Barrier Supporting Balm, I think it's called. Anyway, it's amazing, Violetta. So good. It is a bit pricey. They have got a 40% off sale on at the moment. With any Allies of Skin stuff, they got 30% off. And if you use code Robert, all capital letters, you get an extra 10% off. So now would be the time to try it if you were gonna, but that is hands down the best game-changing, barrier, hydrating, amazing thing I've ever tried. Amy says, Rob's got his sexy, husky voice. And, well, Amy, of course, it's Valentine's Day week. I'm doing all that. I've got, like, my smoker's cough on. I don't smoke. But that's what I'm channeling. Which is great. But yeah, I did see, if anyone follows, does anyone follow Brad Mondo, who does the hair stuff here on YouTube? You might have seen him. Over on TikTok. Very bizarre. Stumbled across a video where he announced he's decided to get this husky voice and announced he's got a girlfriend. Things I didn't have on my bingo card. I mean, all power to people. No judgment. I was like, didn't have that on my bingo card. Sounding all butch. Got a girlfriend. Okay. Safe to say, Amy, that won't be me. But still, Make it boy says, how's your evening? Going amazingly well. All the better for having you guys. Nancy says, happy Saturday, Rob. Can I use tranexamic acid and retinol in the same routine? Yes, yes, and yes. They work beautifully well together, Nancy. Great combination. 100% on board with that. Laura says, have you purchased or tried the new Maylove peptide serum? I have heard nothing but great reviews about that. Nothing but great reviews. And I have a little selection of things from Maylove on the way, and I'll be doing a full review. Watch this space, Laura. Watch this space. Brit says, yeah, I've been wanting to buy peptide serum until yours come out. Thank you. I'm very proud of it. Of all it's taken a lot of work, but of all the formulas I've come out with, this is the one I'm most proud of. This is the one that I'm particularly proud of. I'm very, very happy. Teresa, great to see you, says, what is scabies? It is a skin disease that is highly contagious, so if you suspect you've got it, Google it. If you think you've got it, go see a pharmacist, get it treated. Sandra says, awesome news. I've been waiting to get peptide until yours is launched. Thank you, Sandra. I literally can't wait now. It's felt like it's taken forever, and trust me, it has taken forever, but I learned early on in this journey, if you're going to do it right. Like, I've tried rushing things in the past, and there's always been either a problem with the delivery or with the packaging or whatever. It's worth taking time to kind of just get it right. And yeah, it's amazing. I'm very, very happy with it, Sandra. And thank you so much for your love and support. Tom says, hey, Rob doesn't realise that we're all going to Italy for Valentine's Day. Oh, I'm there. Look, I'm just gonna go pack my bag. Edith says, good morning from the USA. I've been following you for some time and I enjoy your content. Thank you, my love. Can you let me know what I can use on my dark spots on my face? I've been using retinol from Maylove. That's a really great place to start. Love that retinol. I think it's a really great option. You could also pair it with alpha-arbutin. The Ordinary is the cheapest one. I would probably go with that. That'll add some extra dark spot like treatment to it. Also, tranexamic acid is really, really good. I like the one by Skin 1004, but there are lots of other ones out there. I think that's going to be like the best place to start. Keep with your retinol, keep using it. Add in your alpha-arbutin, add in your tranexamic acid. You can use that alongside your retinol, and I think you'll have the perfect routine. Tino says, yeah, my birthday the day before Valentine's Day. Thanks for extending the sale. It is a pleasure. Yeah, the up to 40% off the Mad About Skin products is valid until Valentine's Day, the 14th. So everything that's in stock, you buy it. You get 40% off if you buy 4 of the same product. You get 30% off if you buy 3 of the same product. You get 20% off if you buy 2 of the same product. Don't know how I said all that in one. See, Eloise, great to see you, my love. Hope all is amazing. Makeup Boy says, can't wait. Oh, yeah, okay. So, Makeup Boy makes a very good point. Anyone that's a Eurovision fan, last year, Finland were robbed. I did like the Swedish entry. I'm not going to lie, it was good. But Carrier, who did his Cha 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 song, was flawless and amazing. And he was like, yeah, absolutely iconic and should have won. Should have won. Marley, great to see you, my love. Hope all is amazing with you. Let's see. Teresa says, I heard of it and didn't know what it was. Don't have it, but just curious. That's fine, Teresa. Just putting it out there in case anyone does get it. Always best to get treated. BBC, I apparently get to the last fourth of a product and get over it. I want to go on SAP so I can open the next thing along. Oh yeah, I'm the same. I'm the same. I know a true holy grail when I'm still excited to use it right at the last drop. Normally I'm like quickly whizzing through it to the next product, but if I'm still excited at the last drop, always a winner. Namadi says, I used an aloe vera sheet mask, got some bumps on my lips. Could it be related? It could. If I would say, if anything changes in your skin, if you get bumps, if you get a rash, think about what the last change was you made, because 9 times out of 10, it's going to be related to that. So if that's the only change you've made, likely that is probably, not guaranteed, but likely that is going to be the issue. Right, I am going to say, just take a really big sip of this tea, and then we're going to crack on with things. That is so good. That's so good. Do you know what? Because I'm feeling a little bit, a little bit cold. I got the old cold going. I'm channeling my best like lockdown vibes. Do you remember when we all did team calls and we'd be dressed up here, but we'd be wearing our like pajama bottoms underneath because we're on Zoom and no one could see. We're doing that now. I've very much got Dachshund pajama bottoms on the bottom half. And I'm dressed on the top. So I can't at any point stand up, basically. And I know because we're family, I can share that with you guys. Eloise says, I just used the Mad About Skin retinol oil. It's perfect. I don't need anything stronger. Thank you so much, Eloise. I know people are loving it. I absolutely love it for my neck. I love it for my non-tret days. Yeah, great. On the hands, I always put a bit on the back of the hands because I always think that's always the first area to show signs of aging, and we never do anything about it. So I've started putting a little on the back of the hands too. Yeah, just keep things in check. Marley says, hi Rob, can't wait for the rebrand. Thank you, my love. Any chance about the antioxidant cream will come in a bigger tube? Use it in the morning, runs out quite quickly. 50ml would be great. So at the moment, so who knows what the future will hold? At the moment, we're working on, because we're ordering such big quantities for the rebrand of each product, obviously that all comes with a cost. And so we're trying to limit the number of total like variations, because every variation comes with an additional cost. So at the moment, all of the serum, so the exfoliating gel coming back. For those of you that love it, it's back. It's coming back. The serum, obviously coming back. So, which I know a lot of people are going to be excited about because it's been out of stock for so long. You've got the antioxidant, you've got the retinol oil. All these are coming back in 30ml. They're all coming back in 30ml tubes. Now, the reason for that is in 30ml versions, not necessarily tubes. Versions, and the reason for that is it allows consistency across the brand, which is what a lot of stores, which we're hoping to stock in, we're in conversations with the number of them, is demand. They demand uniformity across the thing, so that's what we've done. It also cuts the cost because you can order in bulk because you've got the uniformity. We are going to change some things up though. So the sunscreen is going to come in a 250ml and a smaller size as well. So you're going to have the 2 different options for the sunscreen, which I think is important because you might want the larger size to take on the beach with you. You might want the existing size to throw in your handbag. So there's going to be some extra choice in there, which I think is important. And the same is going to go for the moisturizer. So we've got some extra large sizes to help people with savings, but the standard size is going to be 30ml, and that's just because that's what retailers demand. And if I was just going to be selling online, then I would have a lot of free reign to kind of do whatever size I want. Retailers, physical retailers, have very specific size demands, and we have to meet those in order to sell into them, which, based on the fact that a lot of people like to go into a physical store to buy their products, which I totally get, is the next stage in the process of, that's the next evolution of the brand. So yes, I would love a larger size, and never say never, because down the line we absolutely will be looking to increase the different varieties within the existing formulations. But at the moment, staying at 30ml for now. Robbie says, So it's been crazy while here. It feels like spring. Oh, love it. Any Valentine's Day plans? Zero Valentine's Day plans, but I'm all right with that. I'm a great believer in like showing the love year round. Show that love year round. We don't need a special day to sell. It's lovely. Valentine's Day is lovely. I know so many people are going to have such an amazing time, and I'm all for that. But I also think love year round. It's my motto. I says, will Azure Line cause breakouts on dry acne prone skin? Doesn't on mine. Doesn't mean that it won't on anyone. It's like any product, you kind of need to work out what works for you and what doesn't. I don't think there's really a high risk of that happening. Let's put it that way. Let's see. Sweet Tea said, I hate how warm it is. Sweet Tea, no. You don't get to play that card. No. You don't get to complain about how warm it is when I'm sat here shivering in the UK. I'm not listening. Not listening. Koch says, hello from Germany. My actual physical heart is sore because of stress from breakups. So I'm just as salty this Valentine's Day. Well, first of all, I'm sending you lots and lots of love. And that's true. Like, Valentine's Day can actually be a difficult time for a lot of people as well. I think it's a great time for some people. It can be a difficult time for others. So I'm sending you lots and lots of love. And I always say to people, whether you are loved up to the gods or you're feeling a little less than sparkly, let's put it that way, you always have a place here with Mad About Skin family. And we're all here to look after each other. I see, Zoe says, hi, did you buy an oral glutathione? And what's the main difference between the ordinary ascorbyl tetraisopalmitate 20% and the ethylated ascorbic acid 5%? Right, I'm going to answer this, Zoe. Bear with. I'm going to take a big sip of my tea first. Just keep those vocal cords going. If you haven't already, if you could minimise the chat, hop over to that like button, give it a gentle caress, and then when you come back to the chat, it takes you back to where you were so you never miss out on anything. Sometimes it gets a bit boring with content creators constantly saying don't forget to like and subscribe. Unfortunately, YouTube measures your value as a content creator based on the number of likes you get. That's not healthy, and I wish it would change. But until it does, we have to play the game. So it would really help me if you guys could like this live stream. Anyway, we're going to take a sip of this tea, and then we're going to get on with some comments. So good. So, Zoe, did I buy an oral glutathione? I did. We are 2 weeks in. We are 2 weeks in to taking it. Too early to show any signs of difference and whether it's working. So I'm just checking the internet because I think it might be a bit glitchy. Let me just double check. No, it looks okay. I think we're okay. So yeah. I'm 2 weeks in. I am going to keep using it because I think really with most supplements you need 6 to 8 weeks to really show the benefit, and I'm happy to invest that time to see it. So watch this space with that, and I will keep you guys up to date. So far, no issues. Let's put it that way. Very cheap. Got it very cheap, and yeah, I can't wait to show you the difference. The ordinary ascorbyl tetraisopalmitate 20% and ethylated ascorbic acid. So the key difference is really the different type of vitamin C. So ascorbyl tetraisopalmitate is a vitamin C derivative. Ethylated ascorbic acid is traditional ascorbic acid with an ethyl molecule compound bits shoved on it, which makes it more stable. That then snaps off when it meets the skin, and that's where you get ascorbic acid. That's very, very butchered chemistry, just for the record, but basically it works slightly different. It's a slightly different conversion when it hits the skin. There's a lot of debate in the skincare community and the scientific community in general about whether ethylated ascorbic acid is a vitamin C derivative or is a pure form vitamin C. I personally treat it as a pure form vitamin C because I think it behaves very similar to it, but some people will call it a derivative. I don't think there's a definitive answer there. So I can just go on what I personally prefer. I would go for the ascorbyl tetraisopalmitate. I think it's great. I think you get some amazing benefits. That's my favourite. Hopefully that answers it. Jan, Suzanne, amazing to see you both. And says, yeah, Jan says, if you go to Italy, swing by Slovenia. Do you know what, Jan? Slovenia is on my bucket list. And you know how, do you ever feel like Big Brother's watching you kind of thing? Because me and Tom were talking about Slovenia and how beautiful, we were watching a program and how beautiful the scenery and everything looks in Slovenia. And I was like, this looks amazing. And then ever since me and Tom had that conversation, every TikTok has been showing me Slovenia. Like, clearly my phone's listening to me. But I do want to go. But the one condition, Jan and Suzanne, is we get an invite to yours. A, to meet Damien in person, which is like life goals. And also, especially because now that he's basically crawling and running around, you're going to need some help, because I know that he's going to be keeping you on your toes. You're going to need full parent energy. So I can come around and help with that. So yeah, as long as I will happily visit Slovenia on the condition that we get an invite to yours for some traditional Slovenian food. Deal? Do we have a deal? Ipswich, great to see you, says, should Synoxid 2 be applied before or after the ordinary aloe 2 plus NAG 2%? Ooh, great question. Actually doesn't matter, but I will say you can't put anything on the top of the Indeed Lab Synoxin 2 because it won't get into the skin. So if you're going to use the aloe 2% and you want to use it on the areas where you use the Synoxin, then use it first, because once you put the Synoxin on, nothing's really going to get through that. So I would say if you want to use both, use the aloe first, then the Synoxin, if that makes sense. So Kieran says, hi Rob, do you know why Fenty Skin has restricted their chemical sunscreen? You can only get the mineral form, which is awful. Yeah, it is. I don't know. I can look into it. I will find out. Chemical sunscreens are very difficult, particularly in the US market. My preference is chemical sunscreens. Here in Europe, well over 90, I think at last news it was 96% of sunscreen sales are chemical sunscreens. Mineral sunscreens only really are a big thing in the States, and that's a lot to do with the restrictions that they have on chemical sunscreens. So it's quite difficult for brands who ideally brands would want to just have a chemical sunscreen, to be honest, because that's where the sales volumes are. But they usually come out with a mineral sunscreen for the US market if they want to sell in physical stores, which is kind of what Fenty did. That's why they had the mineral sunscreen. I would have been more... I don't know why they restricted their chemical sunscreen. I would have been more surprised if they removed their mineral sunscreen. But anyway, yeah, I will find out. I will do some digging. Let's see. Robin said, I think we need Mad About Skin World Tour. Skincare from the exciting places played with good food. Oh my god, that would be a great series, Robin. That would be a great series. I don't think anyone wants to see me eat food on camera, though. I am not the most elegant eater, I don't think. And me, like, shoving food in while trying to apply a serum, I think could be a hot mess. It might be a hilarious hot mess, but awful. Eloise said, I leave all live streams up live because it's busy for everyone. Plus on replay, you can do 2 times speed. This is true. I do often watch. I talk quite quickly. I appreciate that. So I might not be the best candidate for a 2 times playback speed, but a lot of videos and content I do watch at 2 times the speed or 1.5 the speed, because some people have a slower way of talking. No shade in that, nothing wrong with it. Not everyone wants to talk at 8 million miles an hour like me, but yeah, I do also find that a benefit, Eloise. I totally agree. So let's see. Britt says, after reading a few research papers from derms, the issue with L-ascorbic acid and peptides is pH. Yeah, I use vitamin C, wait 15 minutes and my skin pH is back. This is a great point. You can absolutely... It's also... The more research papers you read, the more you realise that actually, whilst peptides and low pH aren't the best friends, actually there's got to be other things going on, like a lot of pressure and high heat, for them to actually denature. So I would say to people, if you want to have an abundance of caution, wait 15 minutes after using your vitamin C to apply your peptides, or use a buffer in between, or crack on as you normally would. It's fine. Different people have different things, but I'm with you, Britt, completely. So Amy says, Suzanne and Yana here. The family is complete, Amy. The family is complete. And yeah, I think now I feel free to enjoy my Saturday. Now Yana and Susanna here, it's complete. So see, Robin said you should have changed it to Rob's Amazing Skincare. You can have the full name. I could. That it's too late. We've gone into production now, Robin. Sorry, too late. Sweet Tea says, my Valentine's Day will consist of horror movies and a few shots. I mean, Sweet Tea, that sounds like a great Valentine's Day. Nothing wrong with that. Suzanne says, Robin's looking bright and glorious in his green shirt. Always has a lovely sight to see you so chipper. Well, Suzanne, because I've got this bit of cold thing going on, I didn't want to fully commit to getting out my pajamas. So I'm rocking the comfortable jumper. And on my bottom, I've got Dachshund themed pajama bottoms. We are rocking it today, Suzanne. We are rocking it. Let's see, and thank you, my love. You always put a smile on my face. BB says, I'm a huge fan of long form content. Same here. I do love watching it. To be fair, I love long form videos. And I know the whole world's moving to shorts, to TikToks, to Instagram Reels. And I get that. You know, it's people want short form content. But my heart will always be with the long form content. So as long as people are enjoying it, I will be creating it. So no need to worry about that. Coco Robert, I hope I pronounced that right. I think I butchered that name, but I apologise. Says, if I knew your channel while researching The Ordinary. Oh, well, welcome to the channel, Val. We are wonderful to have you here. Amy says, yes, I love Slovenia. Let's go. I agree, Amy. BB says, Robert, so obvious you're the Ordinary fangirl. You're in the Ordinary fangirl arc. I am unapologetically in my Ordinary fangirl era. Yeah, unapologetic. I can say that as someone that never does sponsorship. So I think sometimes content creators swing based on the sponsorships available and things like that. I don't do sponsorships. So if I'm genuinely obsessed with something, it's because I'm obsessed with it. I am a little bit obsessed with The Ordinary at the moment. Their new launches have been great. Their new launches have been genuinely amazing. They're I think they were stale for a long time and I went off them. The new launches have been phenomenal. And I can't wait to share their newest launch, which I genuinely think I'm personally quite excited about. Gabriella says, for Texas, still haven't gotten anything from The Ordinary. I love you, Gabriella. I think genuinely the only person on Skincare Planet Earth that hasn't tried something from The Ordinary. She said, I was almost tempted to try the copper peptides, but I'm just waiting for the Mad About Skin serum now. Gabriella. Done. We'll keep you an ordinary free girl. Scott says, fear of missing out strikes again. Always does, Scott. Always. I have the ultimate fear of missing out. Sea Shines, great to see you, my love. Reckons that the Ordinary product must be a toner. I can't say because of the embargo. All will be revealed. Robin says, love the used bottles in the video. Too many pristine ones out there. Might have only been used ones. Yes, this is my new commitment in 2024. What I usually do when I film videos, or I've always done in the past when I film videos, when I film content, is I've taken usually with a product that I love, I'll have my active one, the one that I'm using at the moment, and then I'll have one in store for just in case, and I'll have one in store. Now, I usually show the one that I've got in reserve because it looks nice, it's pristine, it's just come out the box, and I usually show that. And then I realised that is completely inauthentic because I just think a lot of content creators just show PR packages and stuff, and that's not about me. Everything has been used. So if you think in one of my long form videos that I'm waving about a very well loved item of skincare that you think, oh, that's seen better days, it's because it probably has. And I'm showcasing it because I want to prove that these are the products that genuinely get used day in, day out. And if they look a little bit on the well-loved side, let's put it that way, it's there for a reason. Sweet Tea said, I still want to try the Ordinary glycolic acid on my pits. Great option. Actually, great option. It works as a great deodorant because the low pH of it will actually prohibit the scent-causing bacteria from proliferating. So it works. It doesn't, you need to make sure that you're not sensitizing the underarm using it too frequently, but it genuinely does work. Honestly, Sweet Tea, it works. And I'm a huge advocate for it. Huge advocate. Also, don't mind it on the scalp as well. Very infrequently. If I get a little dandruff, I'll put it on the scalp. Works really, really well. Reve, great to see you, my love. Hope all is amazing with you. So Suzanne says, has anyone tried the Mary May tranexamic acid glutathione eye cream? Grab one for fun because it was somehow €2 on Starvana. I also did that when it was €2, Suzanne. It was Jan that recommended it to me. Jan from Thailand recommended it to me. Bought it, and I've been using it pretty consistently. I love it, and you can snag the trial size, which I would say probably lasts 3 to 4 weeks. It's not huge, but it was literally £4. I think I paid £3 or something for it. It's amazing. Tom says, Robert TikTok is MAS UK Limited. Oh, we've got a brand name, Tom. I didn't know that. Thank you, Tom. See, join us over on TikTok. We'd love to have you there. Thank you, Tom. Superstar as always. Let's see. Stephanie, have you thought about going live on TikTok? Well, so I have done. I've thought about this. What the plan is, what I would love to do is, I kind of want to segregate the content in a way to kind of make sure there's something different on each thing. And I've been very mindful that as a brand owner, I obviously want to showcase the products that I'm really proud of, that I've worked really hard to create, and that I think are amazing. But I also don't ever want my channel to just be, you need to buy my products, they're great. Mine are the only ones that work, because I hate content creators that do that, and it's not true either. Like, my products are amazing. I believe so. But there's also a lot of other amazing products out there. So I never wanted this channel to just become a Mad About Skin fan thing. You know what I mean? Like, promotional tool. That's not what it's about. But I do want to showcase the products in more detail for people that want it. So I'm kind of going to try and do more of that over on TikTok. And there will be some TikTok lives where we talk about the products and I'll show how to use them. We'll pack some orders live. We'll do all of that stuff over on TikTok. And I think I'm very much looking forward to that. I think it'll be great. I'm going to continue the live streams like they are now here on YouTube. Instagram, I'm going to do more photography kind of thing, maybe the odd reel as well, but going to kind of keep it authentic like that. So there's going to be lots of different content on the different things. So I would say if you want the full experience, join us on TikTok, on YouTube, on Instagram. Not doing anything like Snapchat or whatever. That's for kids. I don't know what that is. I wouldn't even know where to start on that. I know everyone has a filter with butterflies flying around them or something on Snapchat. Not for me. Everything else, though, will be there. Oh, and not on Reddit, because everyone was nasty on Reddit once. Put me right off. Ron says, anyone in the US use Hume deodorant? Can't get it in the UK easily, but seems quite novel. Oh, I'm going to write that down. Thank you, Rod. Let me write that down. What is it? Hume. I will have a look after this. Thank you. Suzanne says, I'm using the Merriam... Tom says, Suzanne, I'm using the Merriam Mate eye cream. Really like it. It's a great product and it's cheap. I just love it because it's cheap and it works. And I think those two things are underappreciated in skincare. If something's cheap and it works... Can we ask for more? And yeah, I love it. Robin is also team long form content. Same here. Eloise had just found you on Insta. Thank you, Eloise. I used to my Instagram journey. This is quite soul destroying, should we say? So my Instagram journey, I used to basically just post the thumbnails for the videos on Instagram and then leave a link to the video to kind of up the YouTube engagement. Very lazy. And I was like, we're not doing that. No one wants that. So now I'm doing actual Instagram content. We're doing some shorts. We're doing some photos, pictures, images, and things like that. And now I'm actually doing that. So I haven't done anything on Instagram for 2 years. So I had 4,000 and something followers on Instagram, just from those screenshots that I was sharing. Now... I've been doing 2 weeks worth, and obviously a lot of people that followed 2 years ago and were like, oh, who is this? What is this? Because I never did a lot. I decided to unfollow, as you would, because suddenly content's popping up that you don't recognise. So we've currently stayed for 2 weeks. We've gained quite a few followers, and we've lost the same amount. I am net +1 followers on Instagram for 2 weeks' work. It's going well. It's going well, people. But no, that's always going to happen with people. When you come out of the blue, people are like, who is this? I haven't seen this person for 2 years. So kind of to be expected. But yeah, I was kind of, yeah, the more you work, the more you lose. That's a life lesson for you. Amy says, I'm loving the Merriam May. I love everything from them. I've only tried that and one other product. I tried their blueberry mask or something mask, which I also loved. Robin says, a new peel from The Ordinary. It's not. I would love that. The enzyme peel that we were promised decades ago and never got. I would love that, Robin. No, I can categorically say it's not that, but I wish it was. Dylan, great to see you, my love. Hope all is amazing with you and you're staying fabulous. Eloise says, my name's always unique. Any other Eloise lurking? No, but I did used to work with an Eloise, to be fair. I did used to work. She was lovely as well. So clear, everyone with that name is lovely, Eloise. So, done. Jan says, running away for a bit, the little guy is having a dance-off. I did say, I did say, when Tom showed the picture of him basically crawling now, Jan, I said to Tom, you know what? Jan and Suzanne are going to get zero peace of quiet in their life now. It's going to be a full-time Damien looking after job. Now he's fully mobile. But I also do love the idea of the dance-off. I want to join it. Andy says, Ron, do you mean Loom deodorant? Oh, Loom. I think that was an autocorrect. Let me do that. Loom. Change that. Fabulous. Actually just tried it and it's really effective. Well, obviously I'm going to have to order that and try it now. Tom says, the new peel, they've been telling us they would be released in Canada 2 years ago. Yeah, Tom, I can categorically say no, that we would love to see that. BB said, both me and Tom have been waiting for this enzyme peel a solid 2 years. Maybe more, Tom, maybe more. BB says, I can only imagine overstock from Christmas, but then again, Mary and May had some amazing pre-Christmas sales too. Sometimes brands do sell the trial sizes quite cheap to kind of get you hooked. Not a bad idea. Sell something for like £2, €3, whatever. People buy it, they love it, and then they buy the big size. Not a bad idea, actually, as marketing goes. Kind of like we call it a lost leader here in the UK. But yeah, worth a look into. Ron says, I like Loom. This is Hume. Oh, so I'm going to try both. Loom and Hume. It's not baking soda based or acid based. Had an interview with the creator. It sounds really fascinating. I will try that, Ron. Thank you very much. It's so fun being subbed to a skincare nerd with his own brand. Thank you. Yeah. Full nerd and proud. And I've actually really enjoyed creating my own brand. Not just because, obviously, it's a bit of a life goal kind of fulfilled moment. Not just because of that. But also because I've learned so much along the way when it comes to formulations, how the industry works. Honestly, it's fascinating. Like, how the industry works is baffling. Yeah, really baffling. One of the things that I find hardest is most eye-opening is the conflicting demands of the consumer. So great examples, and this isn't necessarily the Mad About Skin consumer, but consumers in general. So everyone wants environmentally friendly, but no one wants to pay for it. And unfortunately, environmentally friendly costs more, but people don't want to pay more. And that's like the biggest, not everybody, obviously that's not universal. There's plenty of people that will pay more, but generally speaking, people want something to be environmentally friendly or sustainable, but don't want to pay for it. And so you can't put the prices. So when we were doing the whole rebranding, as an example, so we had to make some decisions about what we do and don't do in order to be sustainable versus and I took the decision that I think, you know what, in the grand scheme of things, you've got to be happy with yourself and you've got to be happy with your brand, and I went down a more sustainable route because of that. But it does mean that the price of the individual components goes up. So I take a hit on the margin because I'm a great believer in affordable skincare. But a lot of brands where the profit matters will just put that onto the cost, and then people are like, oh, that's gone up. You know, so that I find one of the most challenging things. People want things, but they're not willing to pay for things, generally. Environmentally friendly, sustainable is one, but there's lots of other things out there that's that. Fragrance is also another one. So lots of people want fragrance-free skincare, which is great. In my line, there's no artificial fragrance in it. But people also don't like the smell of the ingredients that you're using in a product. And I find that really difficult because you're like, well, you can't, because what most brands do, and this is like the biggest con in skincare, is what most brands do is they say fragrance-free. So everyone's like, oh, great, you know, fragrance-free is great. Fragrance is bad. Everyone should hate fragrance. I only shop fragrance-free. But what that actually means is they put ingredients in there to disguise the scent. So it's fragranced, but fragrance-free as a skincare term just means it smells of nothing. Doesn't mean that there aren't ingredients in there with the sole purpose of altering the scent of it. So fragrance-free is a complete lie and myth in skincare, but everyone jumps on that bandwagon wanting fragrance-free, where a lot of brands just, what they mean is they've just used neutral scents to mask and then they use the scientific name of it, so you can't see that it says fragrance, so everyone thinks it's fragrance free. So I always wanted to be true and authentic and be like genuinely fragrance free. So these are the products. They smell like what they should smell like. I personally love them. So the antioxidant, for example, smells earthy because of the pycnogenol that's in there. It has an earthy scent to it. I like that. Most people fortunately do like it. But it's like a lot of people are like, oh, could it not smell like of nothing? I'm like, well, it could if I added 4 more ingredients, to mask that. But do we really want that on our skin? I don't know. And so that's the other thing, the other challenge of, because so many brands kind of disguise things pretend they're fragrance free when they're not. When you produce a skincare line that's genuinely fragrance free and smells like it should, it shocks people. And this took a lot of time. With the serum's a really great example. So the serum has a very unique scent to it based on the ingredients that are in it. Now, fortunately, everyone loves the serum. It's our best seller. Everyone's desperate for it to come back, which is fabulous. And lots of people really like the scent. So it's all good. But it did shock a lot of people. And I actually said to the lab, you know, can we do anything to actually mask this? And I'm like, yeah, you can shove a load of ingredients in that'll mask it and it'll smell of nothing. I'm like, yeah, I just don't want to do that. I don't think there's a need for that. So that's the other challenge. So I've learned a lot in the industry when it comes, and also some of the things. So like, one of the biggest things is acid dipping. So you can acid dip your products. You can acid dip your bottles, particularly glass bottles, and it comes out with the most beautiful tactile finish. If you've ever felt like a bottle, like one of the Elemis jars or any of the bottles where they have that almost like impossibly smooth, beautiful velvet finish to them, that's acid dipping. And it is what it is, a dip in acid. Anyway, it is the worst practice in the whole world when it comes to like water sources. It is incredibly polluting. It's horrendous for the environment and it's awful. But it makes your products feel so amazing, like so amazing. And people want that, but I don't want to be polluting 1,000,001 water sources. Also, make sure that any direct printing sticks better to the glass. So if you think glass is traditionally quite smooth, you try to print on that, it slides off. There are environmentally friendly ways of doing it. So where they make sure that there's no runoff, they make sure that everything's captured at the end and treated, and so that there's zero environmental impact as a result of doing it, but it costs 3 times as much. So when you're talking about making these choices, it's really difficult as a brand owner. Obviously, I went down the sustainable route. Just a spoiler alert, we went down the sustainable route. There's no way I'm letting products that I create damage environments, water sources, and stuff like that. It's just I couldn't sleep at night thinking I was creating things that add to the problem. But it does also mean you have to take a hit on your margin, which is really difficult as a brand. So there you go. That's a little bit of an insider, a bit of a nerd insider to creating your own brand. But I do think I fully appreciate when you see things like Crave Beauty is a really great example. So they took the view of they shrink wrap a film onto their glass bottles, onto their bottles, rather than acid dipping. Much more environmentally friendly. Trust me, way more environmentally friendly than like acid dipping in the wrong way. Acid dipping the right way, fine, but acid dipping the wrong way, the cheap way, way more environmentally friendly. But then people are like, oh, it's covered in plastic. I hate this. Technically, it's better. There you go. There's your insight. Sorry to bore you all with that, but that's something that we've been tackling over the past month in trying to marry up like the best user experience with the best sustainability and minimal environmental impact. It's really hard to match. Fortunately, I'm working with a branding team that are phenomenal, are really educated in all of this, so they can give me the pros, the cons, the right, the wrong. We can work it out together. I'm eternally grateful for them. Angie, great to see you, my love. Thank you so much for watching. BBC says, well, definitely want to try from more from Mary and May myself. I will definitely be trying more. Tino says, your peptides come out on my birthday and nobody knew. The answer to all my prayers. Copper, Azure Line, it all. Yeah, I wanted to create an all-in-one so we can stop asking the questions of, can I use this with this? Do I pair it with that? Which goes first? Doesn't matter. It's all-in-one serum. It's encapsulated, which is going to mean it's more gentle. So even though you're getting a higher strength copper peptides, you're not going to get any more irritation because of that encapsulation. And it also means you could use it alongside your other actives, and it's just going to make it so much easier. So much easier. And it's really, what is really interesting though, what is really interesting with it is because of that encapsulation. So when you put copper peptides on, when you encapsulate them, it alters the color of them. So they're usually blue, like a light blue. The encapsulation alters that slightly. So it still has the hue, but it doesn't have the value, even in the higher concentration. And then it's kind of released when it hits the skin. It's fascinating to see it all happen in the lab. I was so excited when I went to see it. Dylan says, would the aloe 2% NAG serum be beneficial to me, as the main thing I have is just acne, but maybe it would pair nicely with azelaic acid? So I would say, Dylan, as someone with acne, I feel like we can be acne warriors together. I found it works. I don't think it does anything for my acne, but I think it helps my hyperpigmentation and acne scarring fade quicker. So when I get a zit, it heals quicker than when I didn't use the aloe and NAG serum. So yes to fading acne quicker, but I don't think it results in fewer breakouts. I still think that's worth it as an investment. I still think it's better to have quicker healing breakouts than slower healing ones, but it doesn't do anything to prevent the breakouts. So I think set your expectations. I don't think it's going to make a difference to the number of breakouts you have, but I think it will help them heal quicker, which for me has been such a holy grail. But don't worry, we're in this together with the acne. Don't worry. Sweet Tea said, Rob, the peptides are great. I've wanted so bad to try them, but Mad About Skincare was one of the few that I'm not allergic to anything in the line, so I wanted to wait. Yeah, we've kept the same ethos as the rest of the line, fragrance free. We've taken out a lot of the common irritants that you're going to see. Now, I don't want to make this a whole like clean skincare because that doesn't mean anything, but I wanted to make sure that the products I created were as compatible with as many people as possible. And so providing people patch test, which I always advocate, hopefully it'll be more applicable to as many people as possible. And I can't wait to hear what you think of it, Sweet Tea. I cannot wait. Now, I think we're buffering a little on this live stream. Let's just double check the internet. I think we're good. I think maybe we're good. Eloise says, are the peptides in the new branding? Well, so Eloise, great question. You guys always ask the right questions. No. Initially, there's a small batch. I didn't want to make you all wait until the rebranding. So initially, there's a small batch that's in the older style branding. It's going to be limited release, small batch, small quantity, and then with the main... Yeah, the new branding is then coming with the main branding. Same formula, but different branding. And the reason I wanted to do that is I know a lot of people have been waiting a lot of time, and I wanted to get it to you guys so you can try it and love it. Well, hopefully love it. Yes. So it's going to be in the older style branding, but it will then be coming back with the rebranding, if that makes sense. But I think you're going to love the price point. I think you're going to love the formulation. Well, hopefully you guys will. Britt says, Vitamin K serum by Naturium is amazing barrier repair and calming. I need to try it. I love so much from Naturium. They've just been sold as a brand, and I think there's going to be a lot of exciting stuff coming out. I cannot wait to try more from them. SLD, Kieran says copper peptides don't work. Personally, they work well for me. I'm sorry they don't work for you. If you want to share which ones you use, let's get the conversation going. Personally, they worked for me, but I think with everything, different things work differently for different people. Eloise says, love Brad Mondo. Girlfriend? Yeah, I know. I was a little bit surprised. I mean, look, at the end of the day, we shouldn't judge. You know, don't judge a book by its cover. I just didn't have it on my bingo card. Let's just put it that way. Suzanne says, I have to get ready for bed. Feeding bedtime for the little guy right after. Suzanne says, Brad Mondo has a girlfriend. Damn, go get him, Brad. Yeah, I don't want to be cynical and think that this is some sort of like marketing thing where he comes out and be like, gotcha. Because I don't want to be dismissive of, you know, the way people present themselves has zero bearing on who they fall in love with and who they choose to make their happiness with. And I think we should move on from all of those stereotypes. And I say that as a walking stereotype, you know, I am literally every stereotype going. My favorite musical artist is Cher. You know what I mean? I live as a stereotype. So I'm fine with that. I didn't expect it, Suzanne. Didn't expect it. So Krista says, how is the Mad About Skin peptide serum for sensitive skin? So Krista, I would say I never want to make false promises, and I never want to say guaranteed to be perfect, no matter what your skin type is. It's been formulated with sensitive skin in mind. The encapsulation is going to really help minimize sensitivity whilst maximizing the benefit. There's nothing in there that are particularly sensitizing ingredients. However, if you've got sensitive skin, please patch test first. You know, I would always advocate that. But I think from a formulation basis, it's going to be sensitive skin friendly. Does that mean it's going to work for every single person out there? Absolutely not. But I've done my best to make it as applicable for as many skin types and sensitivities as possible. That's my commitment to you. Macathello, I hope I pronounced that right, says your skin is really going to glow for Valentine's Day. Thank you. That's what we're aiming for. Thank you. Amy says, can we watch Eurovision in the US? I think you can. There is a channel you can actually watch it, I think. I think there is a way you watch it. I heard rumours that Canada might be taking part. That would be exciting. That would be very exciting. So Tom says, I think we need to see Lon. He just had a spa day. He did. He might be TikTok famous. I took him to, not because of this, but I took him to a groomer who I found online and who also does TikTok. And he said, would you mind if I use some footage of your dog on TikTok? I was like, no, absolutely you can. That would be amazing. So Lon might be TikTok famous. He is... Excuse me. He's currently out at the moment, but if he comes back, if I hear the door and he comes back, I will show you Tom. Do it, worry. I will definitely send you a picture. I've been meaning to do that all day. Sweet Tea says, Suzanne, yes. Don't forget to take care of yourselves because that's important. It's true. I think as parents, always the child comes first, as it should, but always make sure you look after yourselves as well. And Suzanne and Jan, if you need me to come over, if you need me to come over, I can perform uncle duties and be wonderfully supportive any way I can. Let's see. Eloise says, I always wipe extra skincare on the back of my hands. Same. It's a habit I've got into recently, and already I can see a difference. BB says, third, my driver's tan on my left hand is slowly fading and then much softer. Hand skincare. Let's get into it. Let's show our hands some love. Violetta says, can't wait for your peptide serum. I know you try amazing products, so I expect nothing but the best to be bought right after the release. Thank you, Violetta. That makes me so happy. And if any of you guys want to be like first in the know, the very first people to know about it will be those that are on the newsletter on the Mad About Skin website, www.madaboutskincare.com. Sign up to the newsletter and I'll let everyone know there. I think there's going to be enough stock to see us through to the rebrand. I can't guarantee it. You never know with sales. Some stuff sells really well on day one. Other things are a little bit more of a slow burn. It depends. But I would say get in there. The price will be great. I promise you. Oh, that's fabulous. Eloise says Valentine's Day is a celebration day of the adoption paperwork for my daughter. Best. Love that. That is fabulous, Eloise. I cannot imagine a better day to celebrate. And yeah, Eloise, sending you and your daughter so much love. Just X says, have you tried the Turta milk toner? I haven't. I'm going to make a note of that. I have not tried that, but it sounds great. Let me try. Let's see. Let's see where we are. I'm just checking that the internet seems really odd. Let me see. No, I think we're gonna keep going. I think the internet might be fine. Let me know if it's working for you guys. Amy says, wait, Rob, you said you don't have plans for Valentine's Day. I thought we were going to Italy and Slovenia with Tom. We are. Sorry, Amy. My bad. No, we are. Talanda says, hello, do you reside in the UK? I'm going to Wales this year. So excited. I do. I'm quite far away from Wales. I'm in Southampton. But I do live in Wales. I live in the UK. For all its wet and cold weather. Yes, I do. Let's see. Let's see where we are. Oh, I've lost where I'm in the chat. Where were we at? Oh, here we are. Steffi says, Robert Walsh will ask viewers to comment with the word algorithm on his YouTube videos. Really? I don't know if that works or not. I have no idea. Eloise says, your chemistry explanation was great. Thank you, Eloise. I tried. Tom says, I deleted your message by mistake, meant to delete mine. Which... Oh, but Tom's been overly sheriffing by all accounts. Busy deleting things. No, I'm sure Tom, whoever it was you deleted, will forgive you. Talanda says, I'm loving his lingo. We'll try it. Lango, we'll try it. Thank you. Can you put that age serum you use in the chat? Thank you. I was talking about the other video, but again, the ordinary Azuraline solution. Yes, let me just type that in. Hope that works. I think that worked. There you are. Suzanne says, your phone is trying to brainwash you. Welcome to Slovenia. I see what you did there. Suzanne. You should be marketing, Suzanne. You're wasted. You should be marketing. We'd be thrilled to have you. Oh my God, I would literally, no, Suzanne, I would be. If I met you and Jan and Damien, I would be in full fangirl mode. Do not worry. Alison says, hi, Rob, in hospital at the moment, so my hat is just what so the live is just what I need. Thank you, Man About Skin team. Alison, I hope you feel better soon. Take care of yourselves. Make sure, tell the hospital staff from me that they better be taking good care of you, and hopefully you feel very, very better soon. Amy says, have to run. Happy Valentine's Day, everyone. Happy Valentine's Day, Amy. Let's see. I should challenge my hearing comprehension listening to you at 2 times speed. Don't do that. Nobody needs that. Alison says, even though in hospital, still do my ordinary skincare diligently. That we appreciate. We appreciate it. Dedication. Telly Dan says, hi, thank you so much for the advice on retinol. Geek and Gorgeous A Game 5 has transformed my skin. That is wonderful. Thank you so much. That makes me so happy to hear. Gabby says, how do you know if you're purging versus having a full-on breakout? Oh, if there was a way to prove which we're having, Gabby, I would make a fortune. Started using adapalene so my skin's purging, but I'm worried that it's purging, it won't stop. So I would say, Gabby, it sounds like you're purging. You've started a new ingredient. You're having a purge. That sounds pretty normal. If it's still going on after 8 weeks, then it might be a reaction to the product. 8 weeks, you should be seeing a reduction in the purge. Hopefully sooner than that, but 8 weeks is like what normally they'll say, wait it out for 8 weeks. Hopefully, Gabby, is just a purge. And purges are good. Purges get all that. Those zits would have appeared anyway. You're getting them all done in one. Purges are a good thing as long as they stop. So give it 8 weeks. Time it. If it's going over 8 weeks, might have a problem. NN said, when is your peptide serum out? In the next week, hopefully. As soon as it hits here, I'm going to take the pictures and it will be out. So crossing my fingers. Eloise says, I think with shorts, it can be hard to explain nuance, pros and cons. It can. They're fun, but I think it's quite difficult. Cesar says, Dax and Jammies. Yeah, I'm in love. They are really cool. Tino says, are you trying glutathione in capsule, powder, or liquid form? And do you know what the reduced type means? I'm using it in capsule. I'm taking the capsules. I don't know what the reduced type is, but if you copy that comment in the main comment, I will look into it for you, my love, and I will find out. Yeah, just cut and paste that into the main comments, and I will look into it straight away. Anna Katie says, it's my birthday today. Grateful for spending time with you, Rob. No, thank you for spending your birthday with us. Happy birthday, my love. Happy birthday. Yeah, Eloise says, yeah, purging is kind of 2 to 3 weeks. Yeah, it should settle 4 to 6 weeks. Absolutely. I always say 8 weeks is like your worst case scenario. 6 weeks. Any purge that I've had has been over in 4 weeks. I know some people that purge for 5-6 weeks. Give it time. You're right. Wink says, hello, Rob from the Netherlands. Sending love to the Netherlands. Lots and lots of love. Let's see. Red velvet cake. Love a red velvet cake. Stephanie says, I like seeing Tati products as well as declutter videos. I feel like they give a more honest view. Yeah, I love a Tati product. And a declutter and an emptiers. I think that's where you could choose something like, yeah. I think that's when you can just get the best results. So for the person that's Rimsha is asking about a comment that left on a video, I answer 92%, according to YouTube, of the comments that I get on videos. I can't answer them all. Like, sometimes I miss them, especially if they're older videos. Sometimes I miss them. I try my best. If you've got a question to ask here, just ask it here. I will get onto it straight away. Lynn says, hi, Rob. Hope you feel better. Sending love. Sending lots of love. Thank you. Feeling better already. Pandorable says, we appreciate your honesty about using various brands. Thank you, my love. Thank you so much. Says, I'm one of the more transparent skinfluencers. Oh, hopefully so. I aim for the transparency. And yeah, if you guys ever want any more information or things, you can always drop me a comment and I will do my best. Scott says, when's the Mad About Skin OF starting? So Scott, I'm thinking imminently. Probably will be able to charge about 50 cents. I don't think anyone's going to be buying more than that. I don't think I'm the right vibe for that. I don't think the world needs to see it. Manuel says, oh, I could make it again. Sending lots of love, Manuel. Glad to have you. Tom says, emoji of that face hiding emoji. Yeah, I don't think the world's ready for that. Stavros says, hello, I followed your advice on Medicate skin routine and it's awesome. Amazing. Something for post-plex art eyelids healing. They are red. Best thing is using the Aven Sickle Fate. Works so well, so affordable. Honestly, it's one of my favorites. So yeah, Aven, Avene, Sickle Fate is what it's called. It's so good. 100% recommend it, Stavros. And thank you so much for your kind words. And glad Yeah, glad that the Medicate routine is working. BB says Rob could do what Legal Eagle did with OF. I don't know what they did with that. I'm scared to Google it. You guys better not be leading me up the garden path. Sweetie says, yeah, think of what you could do with sheet masks. I can categorically say this won't be happening. Pandora says maybe only skin. That could. Oh no! Wait, no. I've just got the connotation that no people. No. I am a firm believer. I think we need to know our limitations in life, and I can categorically confirm I look better with my clothes on. I'm just put it where it is. I feel that. Yeah, I feel the world it will be happier with me dressed like this. Honestly, as sexy as I get is Daxon pajamas. Eloise says that's exactly what I do on Insta. Just thumbnails on my YouTube. I'm useless at anything else. I hate it when you lose many followers as UK. I know, Eloise, it's frustrating, but I will say, you know what? I started with that, Eloise, and I'm useless on Instagram. I'd say play around, have a bit of fun. I'm useless. Mine aren't the jazziest shots. They're not amazing. But I think we're on a learning curve. We could do the learning curve together, Eloise. I'll find your Insta and I will join. Patreon. Suzanne says a Patreon. That sounds classier, Suzanne. Much classier. Aru says, thank you for your hard work. No, thank you for watching, my love. Holly says, can't stay long at work. Just wanted to say, love all your advice. Thank you. Hope you have a good day at work. RM Star says, Lumi is pronounced Lumi. Lumi. There you are. Thank you very much. Tanner says, checking in on what happened to my feed and the live has paused. Oh, sometimes it does that. And you have to refresh it. Very annoying. Charlotte says, thank you so much for the tips about azelaic acid. It's much appreciated. My pleasure. Pandora says, the feed paused for me. It did start over. Yeah, sometimes you have to play around with it. YouTube. So Paula, great to see you, my love. Said, I'm joining really, really late and sending much love. We love you, Paula. Sending lots and lots of love on replay. We love you. Oh yeah, Brit says you need to check the brand Skin Actives. It's powered by liquid ingredients. I've been creating custom products with my needs. Oh, I'll have a look. Let me have a look. What's it called? Skin Actives. Let's have a look. Thank you very much for the recommendation. Right, I'm going to get through the last comments. Don't worry, we've got another 10 minutes going. We are 11 likes off 100. If you haven't already, if you could minimize the chat, hop over to that like button, give it a gentle caress. Really does help me. Honestly, I'm very, very grateful. I'm going to take a sip of this tea and then I'm going to blast through as many comments as possible. Don says, I've had about 12 ads so far. This is YouTube. I don't know why they insist on putting ads in live streams. I'm very sorry, people. I'm very sorry. It's not me. I've not been a money grabber. YouTube changed it about 3 or 4 months ago where you have to have... Previously, we never had ads on the live stream. You have to have them now. I'm very sorry. I chose... There were 3 options. There's like maximum revenue, conservative, balanced, and minimal impact. I think were the 3 options, and I chose minimal impact, which I think is the least number of ads that you can get away with on YouTube. I'm very sorry. If you do get an ad, I appreciate watching it. If you want to skip it, I won't be offended. Suzanne says, Matter Skin is the most wholesome brand I've ever heard of. You really, Rob. Thank you, Suzanne. That's very... Honestly, that does genuinely make me very, very happy to hear. So Eloise says, yeah, I agree. Fragrance-free can have more ingredients and be more irritated. No added fragrance is much better. By the way, I love the smell about the Mad About Skin products, especially the serum. I do. I love the smell of the products, but I know it's not for everyone. But yeah, I would always say, like, do a bit of investigation. If you're really concerned about fragrance in skincare, make sure when you turn it that it doesn't have fragrance written on it, but also understand the ingredients a bit more. Make sure you know exactly what you're getting. If you don't care about fragrance, then you can buy whatever you want. But if you are desperate, if you are genuinely trying to minimize fragrant components in your skincare, that's fine. Educate yourself on knowing exactly what it is. Or Shop Mad About Skin, where we are completely fragrance-free. Manuel says, thank you for the explanation about the fragrance. So frustrating. It is. I just wish brands were more honest. Britt says, thoughts on the new Manchurian Barrier Oil Serum. Seems interesting, but I'm afraid it's gimmicky. I had exactly the same thought. I thought when I heard about it, I was like, that's interesting. And then I thought, is it a bit gimmicky? I will buy it, because I have a fear of missing out. And I have loved most Naturium products. I will buy it, and I will let you know what I think. Liana says, really interesting. Thank you so, so much. Sweet Tea said, have to be careful with fragrance free. So many put oils in that then give you a rash. I agree. I know. Suzanne says, I love how you can see Rob's heart go out with his explanations when he talks about his brand. Oh, thank you. I am a little bit obsessive. Eloise says, I love how passionate you are to making sure your products tick all the boxes. I just think it frustrates me with so many brands do token things. They're desperate to appear environmentally friendly. They're desperate to, be this and that. And I think actually what people want in 2024 is a bit of honesty from brands. I'll just go another rant is recyclable material. So when you get tubes, plastic tubes, you get to choose what percentage of recycled material goes into those tubes. Now, the fresher the tube, like if it's zero recycled and it's all like virgin plastic, it looks fresher, it has a slightly different feel to it, and it's amazing. But obviously it's zero, it's all new, and it's waste. If you go for 100% recycled plastic, it can be very difficult to actually make it sturdy. It can be really difficult to make it clean looking. It can impact the colours, it can impact the texture. So it's all about finding the balance, and we actually went from depending on which tube, between 50 and 65% recycled material in our plastic tubes, which I think is a great way of maximizing user experience and durability, but also minimizing the amount of virgin plastic being used and waste. And that for me was the sweet spot. And I want to be honest with you guys and say, that's the percentage. That's the percentage we used. That was the trade-off. Could we have gone for 100% recycled? We could, but you'd find that it would be really flimsy, it wouldn't look right in terms of the coloration, and you wouldn't get the best user experience. And that was the battle I weighed up. Also, they're all 100% recyclable. Depends on the country as to how you recycle it, but 100% recyclable. That for me was as important as making sure the recycled content was there. So some brands will say now using recycled plastic, and it's a 5% concentration of recycled plastic. I'm like, no, we need to do better. We should have honest conversations with people and say, this is what's in there. This is the pros and cons. Like, could it have gone 100% recycled plastic? Yes. Would it have been detrimental to the end user experience? Absolutely. Could we reach a compromise? Yeah. For me, though, I would encourage everyone. The thing that I'm really proud about with the new rebranding is everything is recyclable. And what you will see as well is we've done away with the outer packaging. So, for example, the sunscreen comes with outer packaging, and then you've got inner component that holds it together. You've then got the component itself. Basically, you've got 3 layers of packaging. That's not great for the environment. It looks great, but it's not great for the environment. So we've actually basically made sure that we've got all the legal requirements on the actual bottle itself, so it can just be sold as the bottle. So it does away with a whole lot of carbon, of waste, of things that need to be recycled. You don't need all of that, and you're still getting the information and the experience. You'll see, because we've elevated the component, I think it shines on its own, doesn't need the outer box. But it's things like that can minimize overall waste. I think that's far more important than trying to dupe the customer to being more environmentally friendly than you are. So you'll see lots of things like there is a lot across the line. We've reduced the amount of packaging by around 40%. We're going to do the exact calculation so we can sing it from the rooftops, but around 40%. That's 40% less packaging, and that makes it easier for you guys because you don't have to recycle. There's less to recycle. So instead of you being like, oh great, now I've got to break it all apart and recycle it, you don't need to. We've done that for you. And hopefully that's the conversation we can have as a brand and lead by example of, if you're going to do something, do it. So nothing is shrink wrapped. Nothing has plastic wrap on it. Even from like what you'll see on, so the sunscreen, it's hard to explain. So the tube's going to be completely different. I take the tube of the cleanser. The tube of the cleanser is going to be flatter and wider, so we can fit all the information you need, so it doesn't need an outer component. It's going to be flatter, it's going to be, so you've got all the information you need on it, less packaging. We've even thought down to, so currently it's got this plastic tamper-proof, which you legally have to have for a lot of countries. You have to have a tamper-proof seal. I think it's also good for consumers that they know something's tamper-proof, but this is a huge amount of plastic for tamper-proof. We've actually got a proper tamper-proof seal that's just going to go across there, which actually reduces the amount of plastic in that tamper-proof seal by 86%. There you go. And something tiny like that can make a bit of a difference over thousands of units. So yeah, I have become a little bit of a environmental nutter. I just want to make sure that we can do the best and not put the onus on the customer. I think it's actually really rude of brands to be like 100% recyclable, so it's on you to recycle it. Really? Or you could use less packaging and make it easier for the consumer. Just say. That's what I think brands should do. Anyway, rant over. Sorry. That was another Rob's rant, wasn't it? BB said, I find all this fascinating, not boring. The more you know. Whoosh, I love that. RM Star says, inside of your product formulation is fascinating, very interesting. Thank you. No, thank you. And I find the most interesting thing about the packaging, because I just think there's so many different options that I might rant, so sorry. So Pandorable says, what's your favorite hyperpigmentation ingredient, Rob? My favorite hyperpigmentation ingredient is, so I think the best when it comes to performance is hydroquinone. Studied really well, understood to be like the best. Over the counter, my favorite ingredient is actually alpha-arbutin, because you can just shove it. It works with everything. You can just shove it in your existing routine for some extra hyperpigmentation benefit. That's, for me, that's why I think it's the best. Let's see. BB says, was it Elf that bought out Naturium? No, I think it's a different brand. You're thinking of that, I think. Pedro says hydroquinone works, but fine when you stop using it, the hyperpigmentation could come back quicker. It can. Rebound hyperpigmentation is a real issue with hydroquinone for sure. Kiehl's Ultra Facial Cream or Vichy Mineral 89 Moisture Boosting Cream. Oh, I'd go for Kiehl's because they're cruelty free. That would be my choice. They both do very similar things, though. Very similar things. Tom says, I think the rumor is that it's Brandmondo's twin brother with the girlfriend. Oh, that could be. The plot thickens, Tom. Tom is great. If you ever need a detective on the case, get Tom onto it. It's like the Miss Marple of skincare. Always gets to the bottom of it. Pandora says, so would some retinol in a body moisturizer help some? It would. Actually, you can use that on the body. Absolutely, I think that would definitely work. I think it'll help tighten the skin, definitely prevent any sagging. Yeah, I think a little retinol or retinol oils in body, I think disperse better. So go for an oil, not just because, I'm not saying that just because I've got an oil. You don't have to use mine. There's lots of others out there. But I think a retinol or retinol oil used in a body moisturizer kind of disperses a little bit better. That would be my preference. Caroline's great to see you, my love. So do you have any suggestions other than Dr. Sam's intense cream for the skin? It became very dry introducing retinol. Dr. Sam is a bit hard to come by in Germany. Shipping is quite costly. Yes. Do you know what, Caroline's? Not quite as good, but it's almost there. The ordinary phytoceramides one, really good. Honestly, really, really good. I also love the Aven Sickle Fate. Those two, a drugstore, easy to come by. Both of them work. I don't think either of them are quite as good as that Dr. Sam, but they're a lot cheaper and they're easier to come by, and they'll work well. So yeah, I would say Aven Sickle Fate or the ordinary phytoceramides would be my top two for sure. And sending you lots and lots of love. Dylan says the stream is working fire. I'm not seeing any buffing. Suzanne said, Rob to the rescue. I can see you now with the red cape and Damien under his arm. I'll be there, Suzanne. I'll make sure I wear my cape. Tasha says, have you tried Dr. Ceracure Compute Essence? I haven't. Everyone tells me that I need it. And I do need to try it. Sweet Tea said, Rob, I prescribe hot tea with perhaps a drop of whiskey and honey. You don't need to tell me, Sweet Tea. We call it a hot toddy here. I'm having one the second this live stream finishes. Don't you worry. Whiskey, lemon, honey. It's so good. So good. I have it even when I haven't got a cold. Eloisa just had an Olay advert. Oh, no. Oh, no. We don't do that. No. I've accepted that ads happen during live streams. There's nothing we can do about it. I've accepted that, but I will not accept brands that I don't like advertising on my own live stream. How dare Olay? How dare they? Don't buy Olay. Gabby says, thank you, Rob. My pleasure, Gabby. Sending lots and lots of love. I love it how you're all coming for Olay now. Yeah, we don't like Olay. We don't need it. Actually, not all their products are garbage. I just don't like them as a brand. BB says, whiskey? Bourbon? Yeah, whiskey's different, but yes, bourbon would be the closest thing. Let's see. What are your thoughts of the VT Redial shot? Very impressed. Haven't tried it yet, but very impressed just looking at the ingredients. Let's see. BB says he posted a link on his video descriptions that he labeled as OF, but went on a gotcha lol webpage. He said, oh, amazing. Oh, we love that. Where are we? Oh, I've lost where I'm in the chat. So I'm doing... BB said, totes outing myself as having fallen for it. But, I out of intrigue, I would probably fall as well. Chris, sending lots of love to Brazil. Sweet Tea says, my evil side loves it when the chat makes Rob blush. Yeah, I do. I get the blush going on, don't I? Suzanne said, I'm sure the Jackson Jammies are pretty good looking. I like to think so. Fiona said, first live I've caught. Hello, everyone from Portsmouth. Oh, just along the Solent. What is that noise? I'm sure one of the cats is trying to get in. Sending lots of love to Portsmouth. Right, we are well over the time frame. I am so sorry for keeping you all. But thank you all. Oh, we're at 98 likes. Anyone fancy giving another 2 likes? Get it to 100, round off the evening. Let's see if there's any other questions I can very quickly whiz through. Sophie, great to see you, my love. She says, I hope I feel better soon. Thank you very much. I might have a duvet day. Holly says, can't wait to check out your website. Thank you so much. www.madaboutskincare.com. Your love means a lot to me. RM Star says, I always like as soon as I land on a video. Thank you very much. Oh, we're 102 likes. Hooray! Thank you, everybody. And Sophie says, enjoying the behind the scenes knowledge. Thank you, my love. Thank you. Tino says, I'll take the recycling rant any day. That's number one why I care about in a product purchase. True. But I definitely think the brands should do the effort for the consumer. Make your products easy to recycle and reduce the amount of packaging, and we're all winners then. Suzanne said the live stream was so informative about what goes behind the skincare curtain. I'm eating it all up. Oh, thank you, Suzanne. Thank you. Amy says, hi, Rob. Just jumping in with a question. We'll listen on replay. Just ordered Crave Rewind and Oil La La. Toner serum, Oil La La, Tret, the moisturizer. Sam, right? Yes. Actually, yes. So toner, serum, the Oil La La, Tret, then moisturizer. Yes. Absolutely, because the Oil La La is oil, but it's water-based, so you can absolutely do that. So that would be how I would do it, yes, for sure. Amy, you're doing well, and I'm sending you lots of love on replay. Thank you all for spending your evening with me. I love you all so much, and thank you for cheering me up and making Saturday special. Love you all, and have an amazing weekend. Take care, guys. Bye.